What's going on, guys? Welcome back to You Don't Know Ball podcast. Just a quick note, our mics went out during recording, so the audio is a little crappy. We apologize for that, and we'll make sure it's better for next episode. Enjoy the episode.
Bro,
you ain't going to the NFL. You're in the back.
You're not getting drafted to the NFL.
If your name's not Corey Davis, you're not going to the NFL. Sorry, but wasn't it Corey Davis?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger. Who else was a good Mac player?
Jennings.
Yeah, Greg Jennings. Put yourself in the mind of Greg Jennings.
Mike Dana. Jack Stribel.
Who the hell is? Okay, now we're just pulling shit out of our ass. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. It's actually just three of us today. Caleb decided to take a random ass trip to New York, so he's living in the. He's taking PTO.
We only have one a season, so
yeah. He's using his vacation now. But so you get Jack, Alex, and I for this episode, and man, we have a lot to get into about last week's football. No matter how fuzzy our memories are from Saturday, but crystal clear.
Spot on.
There we go. Good save. But let's start with the obvious game. I think everybody's talking about it's Texas A&M and South Carolina. Historically bad first half for the Aggies, and then a historically great second half for the Aggies. Tale of two takes in that game. Could not believe they came back when they were down 30-3. I even thought all right, so great, Texas A&M just lost. That means Notre Dame's probably gonna drop a spot as well. But they came back and won, and I don't know what's more impressive, that they came back or if it was a fraud alert for them being down by that much against one of the worst SEC teams in that conference.
And I like how Brandon Walker posted, it's like Texas A&M hasn't beat anybody over this line, and it's graphic showing that the conference. It's like everybody that is under, I don't know, LSU, it's everybody they beat, but none of the top dogs. They haven't played any of those people. So,
and you can't. Yes, they have a pretty good win over Notre Dame, and it was originally thought that the win over LSU was going to be big, and that who else did they play? Their schedule is relatively manageable if you look at it. They played Mississippi State at home. They played Florida at home. Those are the two bottom league of the SEC teams. And their only real last test of their schedule right now is Texas.
Yeah.
And they're at Texas. So we'll
Texas
see.
Bring that one home for us.
Yeah, it's Arch going to play like they're back in the crib. But
I don't know if my Bama's getting in the SEC championship.
You do.
Bama's going to be rough.
The SEC is
I need some Giants to fall.
SEC as a whole is just a mess right now.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to be in the SEC championship.
But a good mess.
It's a good mess.
A really good team.
Good TV mess because it's gonna get down to the wire here soon. Obviously, if Texas A&M wins out, they're in.
Right.
But we have no idea who that second team is going to be.
And right now, if Georgia wins out, they're in. Because they're the only other one
lost team. They lost to Bama, so Bama holds the tiebreaker over that.
The best.
But Bama's only got one SEC loss.
Yeah, one SEC loss. They're
so.
I think right now they hold the tiebreaker, and
It goes off conference record, right?
Yep.
Not overall. So yeah, Bama's in there. Never mind.
Yeah, but if Bama's
They ain't losing another one.
as one-dimensional as they are right now, that's not good.
One-dimensional fluke game. It was a trap game.
Yeah,
it was a trap game.
It was not a trap.
It was
They
a
were
trap
at
game.
home, dude.
It was a trap game.
They're at home against
Is Oklahoma even in contention over the SEC championship?
right now, Oklahoma is they're sixth right now in the conference.
What's their record?
They're 8-2, but in the conference are 4-2. So Texas beat them. Gotta remember that. And then Ole Miss beat them as well. So they would have to have both of those teams lose out or lose one more. But so Texas is. They technically are still in the race, but not really. They would need a lot of things to happen in these last 2 weeks, and it's just not going to happen. Bama, they're in the race still.
They're in second right now.
They're in fourth.
Fourth?
Yeah,
Who's second?
Georgia, Ole Miss, because Georgia beat Ole Miss, and I don't know how this is
Bama
changing.
beat Georgia.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think at that point it just goes off record.
Okay.
So it goes Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Bama. So those 4 teams are in the race to win the SEC champion or be in the SEC championship. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this final stretch plays out. Because let's just think of a scenario here. Let's say Texas upsets A&M at home. Let's say Georgia loses Georgia, even if they lost to Georgia Tech, they wouldn't even matter. I think Georgia. I don't know. Is it a lock right now that Georgia's going to go to the SEC championship? Because who's their remaining schedule?
Lose. Hold on, no look.
They have Charlotte and they have Georgia Tech. Like I think
True trap.
And those aren't SEC.
Yeah,
so it doesn't even matter.
So the only way I feel like.
But if they lose an overall record game,
then
Ole Miss would move up a spot.
Yep. They would, yeah.
And then they'd be with Bama at 2 losses if Bama won out.
The scenarios for this are very, very unlikely to even happen.
Pretty much right now it's Texas A&M, Georgia.
Yeah, I think if you're a betting man, that's where you put most of your money on because there's so many things that aren't going to happen. But
unless Kentucky comes up in it.
Kentucky's been playing their best ball right now. They've been playing their best ball. I think they've won 3 of their last 4.
Wow, they played Tennessee Tech, guys. They were 10-0.
Yeah, they lost. They beat the crap out of
Tennessee
Tennessee Tech.
Undefeated team.
They beat the crap out of.
That's an undefeated team,
That's
man.
an undefeated team. How do they have 10 wins already?
They played Plainwell High School.
Here's Kentucky's last 4 games. They lost to Tennessee 56-34, and then they beat Auburn 10-3. They beat Florida 38-7, and then they beat Tennessee Tech 42-10. I think Vanderbilt's in a.
And last game against Vanderbilt's worth 10 points. So.
No,
Yeah.
The last game's against Louisville, but hey, Vanderbilt's on upset alert. I'm putting that out right now. Diego Pavia's trying to pull his best cosplay as Johnny Manziel. He just ain't it.
Pavia's brother is going to be causing trouble in the stands again.
His
He
mom.
did?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
He had to
What
get
he
kicked
did?
out at
Really?
LSU.
Oh, really?
What did they
No
play?
way.
LSU?
No, I think they played Bama, and then they played Missouri, and then they played Texas, and then they played.
Was that Missouri then?
Yeah, because that would make sense.
Yeah, it makes
It was that
sense.
they had them at home, so maybe. But and then obviously Diego Pavia's mom's messing around with Theo Vaughn now, so whatever. But I think we're bouncing around. But if I'm looking at this Kentucky team, I think they got a puncher's chance to pull off an upset here against Vanderbilt. And how crazy would that be for the Wildcats who earlier this season, who did they lose to? Okay, well,
Everybody.
They beat Toledo 24-16. They lost
twice.
So this is Kentucky's schedule right now. Look, they lost to Ole Miss by 7. They lost to South Carolina by 3 scores. They lost to Georgia by 3 scores. Then they lose to Texas in overtime. And then they lose to Tennessee by 2 scores, and then they've won 3. They've won the last 3 games. Their November is looking like their best stretch of football right now. I don't know why we're spending this much time talking about Kentucky.
And they're out of the SEC race.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats! I just wanted
line.
to say shout out to the Wildcats, man. But if you pull out this upset, a lot of people are going to be pissed off. Especially
We won't though.
we won't.
You know what else is a mess of a conference right now in a good way? The MAC.
The MAC conference.
Mac.
Hell yeah!
Except for
It
the
is.
Broncos, son.
No, yeah, the Broncos play for. They just won this week against Northern Illinois, and now they play for to get to the championship game against Eastern next week. And there's 3 other teams that could make it.
Yeah, right now it's Western Michigan at first with 6-1 overall. Then it's Ohio at 5-2, who Western just beat last week.
Mhm.
And then Central's in 3rd, and then Miami of Ohio is in 4th. So this last week of action football is going to be very interesting to watch because I think WMU pretty much clears. I think they get past Eastern Michigan pretty easily. But if you're Ohio, you have Buffalo, who's not been an easy team in recent years. I mean, I think they were in the MAC championship last year.
No, it was Miami, Ohio, and Ohio.
Got it. But Buffalo, not an easy task. They're 4-3 in the conference and 5-6 overall, so they're looking to be spoilers in that game and go bowling. I think Central's got Toledo. Yeah, Central's got Toledo, who's also looking to be is 6-4, so they're not a bad team either, and they're 5-0 at home. So that second, if Western can handle their business on next Tuesday against Eastern, that second spot's going to be very interesting to see who wins that game.
Yeah, I don't.
Miami Ohio's quarterback just quit.
I saw that.
See that?
Yeah,
I saw
It's
that.
like an 8-year player.
Yeah. He just quit to focus on the NFL. Bro,
He ain't going to the NFL. You're in the MAC.
You're not getting drafted to the NFL.
If your name's not Corey Davis, you're not going to the NFL. Sorry, but wasn't it Corey Davis?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger. Who else was a good MAC player?
Jennings.
Yeah, Greg Jennings. Put yourself in the mind of Greg Jennings.
Mike Dana.
Jack Streibel.
Who the hell is? Okay, now we're just pulling shit out of our
He
ass.
played for Western.
Jack Streibel did?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just because he
Dana-
named a high school field.
Dana transferred.
Pretty sure he went to the NFL.
Western or Central, and went to Michigan, and then he got drafted, and now he's like a Super Bowl champion. Sky Moore.
All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Mac occasionally proposes and gives us
They
good
were running
NFL
back a
players.
couple years ago.
Oh yeah, Gentry. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Did he also, while we're looking that up, NIU played their last action game. Is going to play their last action game this Tuesday because they're going to the Pac-12?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Pac-12, right?
Northern Illinois is, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
The
the
fact-
Pac-12 is. I know it's the Mid-American or something.
No, I think
Is that the MAC?
they're going to a different
Yeah,
they're
it
going
is.
to a different conference. Hold on, NIU new conference.
Mid-American's the MAC. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, nice. But Mountain West, sorry, not going to the Pac-12. Mountain West, because they got to replace Boise, who's going to the Pac-12 and stuff like that. So that'll be really interesting to see.
They can't compete against MAC teams, and they go into the Mountain West.
Mountain West is
better teams.
relatively more competitive, I feel like, in that aspect. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes next year. But if we're talking about this year, and you're a really big fan of Maction football, I bet on the Broncos being in the championship game.
4-year starter. Undefeated team.
What Broncos going into the championship, and then obviously I think not obviously.
I'm hoping for the Central game. I'm hoping for Michigan, Western Michigan, Central Michigan.
I think when we go off Ohio, it's going to be a rematch of that this week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
a
ago.
week ago.
So it'll be interesting to see that in that race. But let's talk about the Big Ten.
Western Michigan Hall of Fame.
All right, Jack Striles a dog. Whatever. My bad. There no ball. All right, but Big Ten football standings. Oh, not standings, but playoff race. We'll start with the one that happened at Wrigley Field. Alex, holy cow! I mean, I don't know what got you shaking in your boots a little bit more. Either Jordan Marshall getting hurt or Michigan almost selling against Northwestern.
Well, I knew Northwestern was a good football team. I think I said it in the previous episode, but yeah, I mean they did everything to lose that game. I mean, it's just
They turned the ball over five
five
times.
times. They did everything they could to lose that game. That was Bryce's first game with 2 picks. Pretty sure this entire season. I mean, just turnover. The thing is, I knew that playing at Wrigley was going to cause some issues because just Michigan doesn't do well on the road in the first place. Then imagine them going to a baseball stadium where this entire new environment, big news there, and all these people are hoping for an upset, and especially Gus Johnson dumbass is in the press box. I mean, we had everything set up to lose, and somehow, some way, the Michigan football team figured out how to throw it to Andrew Mars for 12 receptions in a game. That's most in a Michigan receiver has had in a long time. I'm pretty sure that breaks a freshman record for Michigan. And kick a field goal for the win. I mean, he kicked the ball out of the stadium. It was a home run.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was. I mean, he missed one earlier that pretty much to miss 2, but he missed one from around the same area, well, not a different side of on the other side of the field, but same like yardage. And I was like, oh, I don't know about this, and I was like, drilled it. I was like, well, we skipped out of that one, but yeah, I mean,
Sean Nealon.
Who's that? Oh,
He went to Western.
okay, bro.
Sorry.
This is naming WMU players.
He went to the NFL.
All right.
No,
You're right.
Sorry.
no, you're good. Michigan. I mean, that was a tough win. They made it tough, but
Jack, you have any thoughts about Michigan?
Piss poor performance.
Oh, it's horrible. I think it's
I should be whooping the dick off Northwestern, but you have good games, you have bad games.
I think you got to give some props to Bryce in that last drive.
Oh yeah,
To be in that situation as a true freshman and that stadium and that atmosphere with everything going against you and the 5 turnovers. Usually, teams don't find a way to win in that kind of game.
especially a Michigan team.
Especially a Michigan team that doesn't have the best passing game or most developed passing game yet. I think they're getting better. But
Justice Haynes down.
And I think
Marshall's out. Well, Marshall's had negative X-ray today, so he's
But Bryce, I think it kind of shows how the youth of Bryce right now. He threw 2 picks. His decision making is just not the best. But in that last drive, he was perfect, and he was everything that they needed that team to be.
pretty much looking at Andrew
Marshall
Marshall
for that team.
best.
And
He down there somewhere.
it doesn't matter if it's just throwing it at the Marshall running himself because there was a 3rd and 5 late in that game where there was no one open. And he had to create with his legs, and I don't know why he doesn't do it more.
There was a 3rd and 10 that earlier in that drive, I think,
He threw a
where
dart
he had to throw a comeback route, just a dart on the sideline for a catch for
Perfect
March.
placement,
It was like you could not do anything better than that throw. So, I mean, obviously it's a sloppy performance by a young Michigan football team, and it's not something I really wanted to see 2 weeks before the Ohio State game. But again, it's still I think one of the youngest teams in college football, and going to a rowdy environment against a motivated football team trying to get to a bowl win.
Yeah.
So
it's
overall that was a shitty win, but I'm glad they got.
You'd rather get a shitty win than a shitty loss.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But it still puts you guys at 9-2 right now, or 8-2 right now,
8-2.
with 2 games left, with Maryland and Ohio State coming to Ann Arbor in 2 weeks. Still very much alive in the playoff race if they can finish this thing out. But I guess we'll see. But I think the years to come for Michigan football is going to be a lot brighter than they are right now. This is just the beginning. So,
Jack, Bryce just got to mature.
Yeah.
I think he'll mature, get better decision making. Maybe hold up the NFL for a little bit.
maybe don't go to the
Right
NFL.
now, he's not looking like the
Pump the
NFL.
brakes. Pump the brakes.
but-
Him and Arch Manning are going to be looking good at the
Yeah.
NFL.
Let's go to Michigan's rival with Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith got, I guess, bumped up. I guess he got hurt.
He's missing the game against Rutgers.
Yeah, he's missing a game against
Carnell
Rutgers.
Tate's missing the game against Rutgers as well.
Yeah, they're resting both of them, which I don't know if that's because I think Jeremiah Smith is because of an injury,
It is.
and I don't know why Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate's also resting because of an injury. And as an Ohio State fan, I would feel a little bit worried, but not too worried. Because you obviously know that your playmakers are going to come back for that Michigan game. But it's I think you got to start thinking of how healthy are they going to be for that game. They're going to be coming off a missed game. Carnell Tate's going to be coming off 3 missed games.
He's missed 3 games.
Yeah, he's missed 3 in a row. He didn't play against what was that team? Purdue. He didn't play against Purdue. He didn't play last week, and he's not going to play this week. So he's going to go into that Michigan game with 3 games missed.
Wow. So the last game he played was against Penn State.
Against Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Okay. No.
Wisconsin was after Penn State.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
However, that Ohio State defense is probably the best defense.
Yeah, and that's
right.
what
So
I was gonna say. Like,
and defense,
it's legit.
like it or not, defense wins games.
And
Especially in that conference.
I don't think any of us thought we've been sitting here saying that Matt Patricia is leading an elite defense again.
Shitty head coach, great defensive
Great
coordinator.
defensive coordinator. Do not get
Coming
it.
from a Lions fan.
Yeah. From a Lions fan who led our team to absolute misery and pain.
Right.
Seeing him succeed in Ohio State was even worse. But,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, what are you going to do? You got all the talent in the world, and it's Ohio State. But so we're not going to get into the Michigan-Ohio State game breakdown until, like, next week episode, because that'll be a whole different thing. Because rivalry week's next week, and it's going to look really good. But it's going to be really fun, too. But Michigan's got a lot of stuff to clean up. Ohio State's got a lot of injuries to get healed up for that game in Ann Arbor.
But they handled UCLA.
Yeah, easily. I mean, UCLA, they didn't have Nico. I mean, it wouldn't even matter. That team fucking's terrible.
Sorry, Caleb.
We can say this because Caleb's not.
Yeah, Caleb's gone, so we can say all this stuff. But Jerry Neuheisel's magic has run out, I think. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think that
Three-game wonder.
Yeah, 3-game wonder, and he's going to be shipped out of UCLA pretty quick after the season ends.
You think he's going to get shipped out?
Yeah, I think so. They're going to bring a new staff in. I don't know if they're going to keep him on.
Who are they even bringing? Who would you think they would bring in? Who would want to coach?
I don't even know. This coaching pool is so shallow. I have no idea who's going to coach anywhere except like Lane. Like Lane Kiffin's going to be predicted to coach at 5 different teams next year. I don't even know which one.
2 of them are in the NFL.
Yeah, 2 of them are in the NFL. So I mean, we're kind of looking at a situation where like, well, shit. I can't even give a coaching prediction to who's going to coach this team because I don't know who's even available or wants to.
Dabo's in the running.
Dabo's in the running to get fired. Yeah.
He did get fired.
Dabo didn't get fired.
From the Giants?
Dabo.
Oh, Dabo, not Dabo. I thought you were saying Dabo's.
Dabo.
Dabo.
I had an L on there.
I didn't hear the L. All right, my bad.
So
The big tip
I got a
looking
question.
motherfucker.
He's going to Penn State.
I got a question about the Virginia Tech situation. I know that they're still playing in-season games right now. This is probably a dumb question, but like, is James Franklin really going to be like on the sideline this Saturday, just like helping with the coaching
for Virginia Tech?
Yeah,
because he got hired by Virginia Tech. I don't think so. No, I don't think he can. Can he?
I don't know. Like, it's a weird situation. We usually see
I think his contract starts next year.
That's what I thought
At
too.
the end of this season.
But do you think he'll be at the game?
He'll probably be in the box, not like in the press box, but he'll be in like one of the upper level seats for the game. He's gonna be scouting for who's coming back next year or how talented his roster is. But it's gonna be interesting because I think Virginia Tech knocked that hire out of the park. I mean, James Franklin's obviously a coach that was good but never great in the Big Ten, and now he's going to the ACC, who's got a little bit less of the top heaviness in the conferences, and it's not as strong. I think
pressure too.
Yeah, a lot less pressure. I think he's going to really succeed in Virginia Tech's system. So I think if you're a Hokies fan, hell yeah, you're thinking like, hell, let's go, man.
He entered into Enter Sandman.
Yeah, Enter Sandman's badass.
Press conference.
I mean, I could say that James Franklin's got the most negative aura on him, but he gained some in my book for doing that, and I think he's going to turn that program, a historic program, around.
It just makes sense over there.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't look bad in that brown suit or whatever the hell they have over there.
I'm going to be interested to see how they do next year. But did you even know that?
Probably shitty.
I
think I saw something.
They have a
about it, but I didn't
ridiculously
remember.
easy schedule.
Yeah, like they play one top 10 team,
It's Miami.
and it's Miami. Yeah, we're probably going to be looking at it around the same time this year, and be like, oh man, Virginia Tech's a playoff team, but they haven't played anybody, so it's not going to matter.
They got to play
ACC.
Virginia.
Virginia, I mean,
Virginia.
if you're Virginia, you got to win
this year.
You got to win the ACC if you're
I'm
Virginia
talking
this year.
about playoff.
You have to win the ACC if you're
That might be
Virginia this
true,
year.
but I bet they'll beat Virginia Tech next year.
Yeah, but if you're looking at it as a recruiting way, Virginia's got to win the conference championship this year to really to compete for the recruits in Virginia and around the country. So, yeah, great hire by Virginia Tech. Really interested to see how that goes. And you know what? Let's talk a little bit about the ACC ball. How about those Pitt Panthers, Jack?
They don't even need to win that game.
It didn't even matter. I don't know.
They could lose by 100. They almost did.
After that first quarter, they went down 14-0, I went, shit, they might actually lose by 60 in this game. But obviously,
it was just a D1 hater poll that I picked Pitt.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
they looked like absolute.
Oh, so he catches that they win that game.
No, they do not.
They looked like ass on
They
Saturday.
looked terrible. They came out and looked like they didn't even care about that game. And I could not be any happier to see that as a Notre Dame fan because we dominated that team after people were saying that they got the number one rush defense. They have a 5-0 starting quarterback since he's taken over. Pitt scored this many points, blah, 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 blah. And Notre Dame just, with Jeremiah Love and Malachi Fields being their father, just ran it down their throats, explosive plays down the field. CJ Carr's, even though he did throw 2 picks, is starting to put it together now. We're playing complimentary football, and I'm excited for this feature for this Notre Dame team.
How can you be a head coach and say, "Oh yeah, this game doesn't matter"?
I think
I would.
Fire
What
him.
the hell are you saying? Every game matters.
If Pitt loses the next 2 games, or loses out the rest of the season, I think you gotta fire Narduzzi because that is terrible.
That's a bad look.
Oh, that's
a
horrible look.
It just gives the vibes you just don't care.
Yeah, he just doesn't give a shit.
Like that's insane.
But Pitt's not really a football school.
No,
they're an iconic program. I think not as
What have they won?
I'm not saying they won
they beat
anything.
Clemson once or twice.
I'm not saying they're like the big
Back in
names,
'82.
but they are a well-known team in the country, and the fact
Just
that
because Kenny Pickett did the fake
Right.
slide does not mean they're a football school.
they're missing Kenny Pickett right
They
now.
haven't been at football school after since he got.
Right?
Well, I guess they're 7-3 now. That's not a bad record, but like this guy is an idiot for
Idiot.
saying.
Starting
this
the
game
week
doesn't
off
matter.
like that, and that's what he says. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But let's give props to Notre Dame because obviously they handled business, and Jeremiah Love cemented a reason for the Heisman case.
Absolutely.
I don't understand why he's so low on the board right now. He's
Probably just because of their record.
yeah, but
Or who they're playing against.
Because their record and it's a QB award.
yeah, I know, and that's disappointing because the QBs this year really haven't been that great. Really haven't been that
Julian
great.
Saying hasn't been bad.
Julian
Mendoza's
Saying-
been very good.
Yeah, but he's throwing. Look who he's throwing to. You could put
Saying's
Helen
throwing
Keller
to-
back there and tell him to throw it down the field. You guys would go get it.
Just like every other Ohio State quarterback, he's thrown to an NFL room.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Fernando Mendoza. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he is
Great QB.
great QB, but he's
Who else
nowhere near what Cam Ward did last year, and he didn't even win the Heisman last year.
Because he's fake.
Boy, yeah, it's fake.
Miami were frauds.
Could put Marcel Reed in there.
I mean, after last week's first half, hell no, he's not playing.
That second half, though,
he was perfect the second half, but you
so he
cannot.
made up for it.
Yeah, I guess, but
Could put CJ Carr in there. Just kidding.
he had some
In
odds.
the world.
He has like plus 4,000 odds right now, but
Bet the house.
but I think Jeremiah Love's got a real case to be in the Heisman conversation, and I think he should be a little higher on everybody's board.
I think Jeremiah Love should.
He
win
should
the
definitely
Heisman.
win the Heisman, especially after what they did to Genty
I think
last
that
year.
O-line should win the Heisman. Jeremiah Smith or Love ain't shit.
Right, all right. There's a highlight.
Look at that.
That's a
That's
freight
a
train
fucking
hole.
That's
Whatever.
an archway right there you could run through. I
Right,
could have
but
picked
I
the
think
ball
this is
up.
pretty much the. I think this.
No, it's later in the quarter.
Yeah, this is bad. No, it was right after this. I remember.
Heisman, you say?
He is a Heisman. Keep your name out of his mouth. But no, I think obviously Notre Dame's going to be a playoff team, which we will talk about here in a second for playoff talks. And then Jeremiah Love should be a better contender for the Heisman. Absolutely. At this point, there's no reason why he shouldn't be. But all right, let's talk a little bit about your Rolling Tide. Bama loses to Oklahoma at home by 1 against a struggling Oklahoma offense, but it has a elite defense. They had Ty Simpson seeing ghosts.
That defense hurt us hard.
I mean, if you watch that game, dude, Oklahoma kept running the same blitz. It was just bringing their Mike backer up through the A gap, and they could not. Bama could not block it the entire game.
Nope.
And whenever Ty Simpson had people in his face, when we mentioned another Heisman contending award winner quarterback for this year,
What are those quotes, sir?
he's not winning the Heisman after that
He
shit.
could.
No way. There's no way. I mean, obviously
He had to win that game.
but he was seeing.
Look up his Georgia highlights.
Yeah, but
Fuck
he was seeing ghosts on Saturday, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, you let a 6'5", 275-pound man come at you. What are you going to be seeing?
I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to be saying it.
Gravestone.
I'm not saying I
Big
would.
ass dude.
I'm not a
Big ass dude running a 4.7.
I'm just
A
saying.
man should not be able to move
I'm just
like
saying.
that.
Bama shouldn't have lost that game at all.
They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have.
And
That last play by Ty Simpson, not a good throw.
no, and we haven't. Ty Simpson hasn't played that bad the whole season. Even in the Florida State loss, he didn't play that bad.
Right.
So I think it's to a point where Bama's running game is becoming a problem because they can't run the ball
Right.
at all. For having that big of an offensive line, they have serious problems running the ball. But when it comes to passing, they're elite.
Mm-hmm.
They can throw the ball wherever the field, but they have to be more balanced if they want to make a deeper run. And they're on the very edge of the playoffs right now.
No, they're not.
They're
Still high in the
They're a
playoffs.
10 seed. If they drop down,
That
to
ain't
11,
very edge.
if they drop down to 11, they're out.
They ain't dropping down to 11.
Well, I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying that they're on the very edge.
This is kind of off topic, but going back to Notre Dame, they're literally every time they can put their field goal unit out there.
I just stopped watching.
It's just a punt.
I just stopped
At
watching.
that point, it's like a
Just
negative
turnover.
Like, you know this shit ain't gonna go in, so why even try? But no, Bama struggled. Huge Oklahoma.
Bama, we got to get more disciplined. I know we got some young guys on that team. Got to be
People
more.
are turning on the
Got to be
board.
more consistent. They always do. Fucking Alabama fans are so flaky.
They're so pissed. They're like, we gotta get DeBoer out of here, but they forgot that he was on an 8-game winning streak before this next loss. Like, whatever.
I don't know, man. The offense that he brought there is a lot different from what they know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, he brought a West Coast offense over there, and Bama's known for cramming it down their mouth and throwing slants.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's completely different.
Unless they're playing a high school team, then they can just lob it up to
They're
fucking
like
Smith.
Furman and we
rock, paper, scissors with a touchdown round.
Another thing, a statement win for Brett Venables. Everybody's been on his ass this entire season about how he's not a good head coach. He's shut them the hell up this year. He's won again. Their resume, Oklahoma's resume right now is a win against Michigan, a win against Bama, and then they have one more. I think they have one more top 25 team win this year, and they are ranked number 8.
They beat
Tennessee too. They lost to Texas.
Did they?
Yeah, because Material's coming off an injury. Yeah, but I think
upset.
Yeah.
Every year it's a fun upset.
Upset, yeah. Every year.
I keep forgetting who the underdog is.
You just gotta bet money. He's taking money on the underdog in that game, but they beat Tennessee. That's what you said, Alex. But Oklahoma's got a surprisingly strong resume, and if they win out this rest of the season, they're in the playoffs. So
and they're predicted to play Notre Dame at home.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, Notre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Oklahoma's gonna host Notre Dame in the playoffs. So obviously, it's this playoff situation is just there's 15 teams that can make the playoffs right now, and there's only 12 spots. So, and Miami's one of them, and holy shit, were there a lot of Miami fans pissed off this Tuesday when they saw that Notre Dame was still ranked higher than them. And
Notre Dame's been balling better than Miami.
Yeah, you're damn right they have been. You cannot you cannot take a week 1 game at the beginning of the season as seriously. I mean, yes,
they didn't run.
Right. They played the game. Miami won, and yes, but the season goes ups and downs. You could be a completely different team than you were at the beginning of the year at the end of the year. And this Miami team is so flaky, dude. They have not played. They have not played well in multiple games. They've lost 2 games they just shouldn't even come close to losing, and they lost one at home against Louisville, and they lost another one at SMU. But both of the teams are solid, but they should not be losing to them if they are a top 5 team.
Hey, Miami fans, don't lose to a bum-ass SMU team and other ACC teams, and we wouldn't be having this discussion.
Yeah,
Idiots.
If you guys did not lose, if Miami did not lose those 2 games, we would not be in this situation. But now we're judging off Notre Dame's wins as of recently, and they've only gotten better since that Texas A&M loss, and Miami's only gotten worse. Right. So it's the tale of 2 stories. And yes, if you're talking about the schedule and how much it means, yes, that head-to-head means something, but you cannot tell me that Miami's a better team right now.
It doesn't mean shit if they keep on losing the stupid-ass games they keep playing.
Honestly, if Miami loses to Pitt or another ACC team, I don't want to hear anything about them making the playoffs again because
they don't deserve it at that point.
Christopher Fraud needs to figure out his program because he's done this the last 4 years. It feels like he did it last year with
Cam Ward.
With Cam Ward, who's a way better quarterback than Carson Beck ever will be.
Right.
And Christopher Fraud did that shit at Oregon too. So
can't win the big game.
Yeah. When their big game's week 1, I guess that's their big game for the year. But that was my little rant about that. Jack, do you have any thoughts about that?
No, I think I waited.
Yep.
So basically, F Miami.
Miami,
keep it PG.
Basically, Miami, shut the hell up and sit down. No one really cares about you right now.
Go have a stadium on campus.
You need a lot of pieces to help you get in the ACC championship, and if you don't make it, that's your own damn fault.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now. What's another team that can make the playoffs? Michigan obviously can make the playoffs if they went out, and they would have arguably the best win. If they were to beat Ohio State, and you can't leave them out at that point, because their losses are to Oklahoma and USC. And if USC, going to this weekend's games, USC and Oregon, if USC beats Oregon, USC's in the playoff race.
Yep.
And that would somewhat help Michigan. That would mainly help Notre Dame since we beat them pretty bad.
Yep.
And then Oregon would pretty much be eliminated. So,
but the thing is, if let's just say Michigan beats Ohio State in some world, we would still have to play Indiana in the Big Ten championship game, and that could be a little bit of an issue. But
we'd still make the championship.
If we lost the Big Ten championship game, would we still be in? It'd be a 10-3 team.
I think right now Michigan making the Big Ten championship is pretty unlikely. It's gonna be really hard for that to happen because I think they're sitting at 5th right now, 4th or 5th.
I mean, they only have one conference loss, so
yeah,
they're still in it. But there's Indiana and Ohio State.
Obviously, I think it goes Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, USC, Michigan.
Yeah.
And if USC beats Oregon's still going to be ahead of Michigan. So I think Michigan's pretty much out of the Big Ten title race, but they could still make the playoffs with who they have left and with a little bit of help. So,
they'd probably want to stay out of the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, honestly, yes. Yeah. Because let's see how it turned out for everybody else. Ohio State didn't make the Big Ten championship, and they boat raced everybody to the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon won the Big Ten championship, got boat raced by Ohio State. The Mountain West championship winner got boat raced by Penn State. That's a given, but it still applies because they are a conference championship winner. They got the first round bye.
Yep.
Every conference championship winner got boat raced.
Yeah.
Yep. So, if you're looking at it like last year, you don't want to play that. You don't really want to have that first round bye. Mm-hmm. You want to play that initial game, but it's going to be really interesting to see how the season really ends up because. Like I said, there's 15 teams right now that are looking to get into 12 spots. So
it's about to be a very interesting last 2 weeks of the season.
Very, very interesting. That's 3 if you count championship weekend.
And I guess championship weekend too, but last 2 weeks of regular season is going to be very.
Bama just needs to handle their business. Michigan's they control their own destiny, and Notre Dame is the same way.
Ryan Day controls.
Right.
If he chooses to run against them like he did last year,
Michigan
might have a chance.
I think if Ohio State goes down 10-0 in that first quarter against Michigan, they're going to start peeing their pants a little bit. And they're like, "Oh shit,
not again!"
I've seen this before.
But I don't know. I don't speak for Ohio State's mental toughness yet, but we will absolutely see how they turn out on the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Pretty sure that, I mean, other than Texas, they haven't played a top 25 team.
Other than Illinois.
Okay, Illinois was.
But they weren't that great. Illinois is unranked now, and it's gonna be. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to predict anything right now, but it's gonna be really interesting.
I still think Ohio State's one of the best teams in the country, though.
They are the best team in the country.
No, the best. Yeah, the best team in the country.
People saying that that Ohio State hasn't been tested. I get your point, but if you're considering not being tested by boat racing every team they've played, then I don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty much an NFL team and
right.
the one level of college football.
Yeah. All right, let's predict some games for next weekend. I have ESPN pulled up with the top 25 games, and then we'll wrap it up for this week. All right. Not the SEC, so that's their bullshit week. All right, let's start at 3:30. We have Notre Dame hosting Syracuse. Go Irish.
Also go Irish.
Yep, Notre Dame handles. No Steve Angeli. That's kind of disappointing, but it's all right, whatever. Michigan at Maryland.
Michigan.
Give me Michigan.
But I think it's also be another close game.
It'll be a tough game.
They cannot overlook Maryland because they're a sneaky good team. Even though they're 4-6, they did stay
UCLA beat Maryland? Yeah. Michigan should beat Maryland.
They should, but
they should handle
this has always been an overlooked game for Michigan.
At College Park.
Yeah, and it's at Maryland. So, Rutgers hosts. I mean, not Rutgers. Ohio State hosts Rutgers.
Oh damn.
Give me Ohio State.
Ohio State.
What are these layup games? Yeah. None of these are even.
This is the SEC and like Big Ten's like
Oregon, USC.
Finals. Yeah.
Give me Oregon.
Throw in Oregon, USC.
Give me Dan Lanning in Oregon.
I also think Oregon's gonna pull that one out.
As much as I want to say I want USC to win this game, I'd be damned if I ever root for USC. So give me Oregon to win this game. Even though it would help Notre Dame more, but I can't catch myself cheering for USC ever. What other good games are in here? We got a sneaky good game with Kansas State going to Utah.
Tizzy.
I think Utah's going to win that game pretty easily. Georgia Tech hosting Pitt.
Georgia Tech.
That's pretty much.
This is a chaos game because both defenses are either ass or good.
Right.
Depending on the week.
Could this have any implication on the ACC championship game?
Yeah, if Pitt wins out, they're in the ACC championship.
What about Georgia Tech?
I think that if they win today, I think they're locked in.
Really?
Not today, but in that game.
Okay. So I'm going Georgia Tech.
I'm gonna go Pitt. I'm gonna say that they're pissed off at
They need to win that.
They were pissed off at their last week's game, and they obviously care about this game more. So as the ACC game, so I'm taking Pitt to win this one. Sneaky. This could be a sneaky upset game, but Tennessee's going to the swamp, so Florida. I'm still gonna take Tennessee.
Give me Florida for the upset.
I'm gonna take Tennessee as well.
Yeah, I don't have much hope in Florida right now unless Lane Kiffin's at the helm.
What's Tennessee right?
20. And then I think the sneakiest game in the Big 12 right now is number 11 BYU going to Cincinnati, who's 7-3.
I still think Bears gonna pull it out.
I think BYU is gonna win this game, but I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a really tough test. Alex?
Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati did it once this year, right? Against another top 25 team.
Cincinnati's a really a solid team. I mean, they got boat raced by Utah, but
all right, BYU.
They're a solid team. I wouldn't hate on them right now. So, but yeah, BYU's gonna win that game. I think that's gonna do it for us. Anybody have some closing thoughts?
I guess we'll have another episode before Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yep. With Black Friday coming up, go check out our merch store on Black Friday. Obviously, Emily's gonna be hooking us up with new shirts here soon. So maybe You Don't Know Ball gets a new merch update to the website. So be on the lookout for that. Jack, you have anything else you want to say before our episode?
Go Bama.
Roll Tide. Okay, so some final thoughts from me. obviously the merch store. Go check out the new logo. Obviously, it's been great. Thank you again to Grant for designing it.
Follow us on social media.
Follow us on all social medias. Promote us. We had a 600 view episode, so that was 2 episodes ago. So we'd like to get back to that. But it's been really good. Whoever that the only reason we have 600 views, I think we got added is like this foot podcast like playlist. So hell yeah, but. That's gonna do it for this week's episode of You Don't Know Ball podcast. We really appreciate all the support you guys give us and all the listens you guys all the time you sit and play our episodes. So we love doing this. Obviously, Caleb didn't join us today, but he really appreciates it as well. Yeah. But all right, that's gonna do it. Remember, we don't know ball. You don't know ball. We all don't know ball. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Go Blue.
Go Irish.
Go Blue.